Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, also known as Fiber Nymph, and today is Saturday, December 14th, and it's a lovely day. It's so bright and sunny. I had not planned on recording an episode today, but I could not pass up the chance to take advantage of this amazing light that we've got going on right now, especially right here in the dining room. I've actually made it just a recording day because I recorded my December members video earlier today, and I also recorded the 2025 make-along informational video. So those videos are all going to be going up. So basically, if you are a member and you watch the make-along video and this one, you're going to see me in this sweater 3 times. So it's not that I just wear this every day and make videos. It's just what I'm wearing today. So, and speaking of which, this is my hand-spun weekender that I made several years back now with a combo spin. The pattern is by Andrea Mowry, and I'm actually wearing it garter stitch side out for once. I usually wear it inside out so that the stockinette shows, because I really like the way the yarn stripes, but I've been wearing it this week garter stitch side out, so then you can see that nice little slip stitch detail there. Gotta change it up. Anyway, how are you? I hope you are having a good December. It's only been a little over a week since I recorded last time, so that's kind of crazy. But again, I had the opportunity today and I wanted to grab it because things are probably going to start to get a little bit busy here leading up to Christmas. Then my mom's going to be here for a week, and I plan to really not do much work while she's here, at least as little as I can do. So I'm not sure when else I would have recorded. So today's a good day. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy my Christmas decor here. You can see a little bit of the tree. Again, I was trying to minimize how much you could see of the lights in case they started doing the weird flickery thing, but this is our tree. Here, let me go like this. They're not too bad. So that's our tree. I love our tree. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to have that thunk happen there. I think I had my phone in the holder a little off. Anyway, so yes, tree, decorations, festive Kleenex box. That's always exciting. And I just realized that my mannequin, Eileen, is in the background. She's naked, so don't look. Anyway, and there's my little reindeer guy sitting on the piano. Okay. That's the decorations. That's all the tour you're getting of my decorations. Let's see, what did I want to tell you about? As always, there are show notes in the description box below the video here on YouTube. There will be timestamps and also links to all of the projects that I'm going to share with you today. If I have anything that I missed, feel free to leave it in the comment and I'll be happy to answer you and give you the information that you need. There is a Fiber Nymph Dye Works blog on my website. I also post the show notes and the videos there. My website is fibernymphdyworks.com, and we have a Ravelry group as well, Fiber Nymph Dye Works group on Ravelry, which is usually the home base for the make-alongs, and there are also episode threads there, so if that's accessible to you, that's an option. And there's also a YouTube membership available, which I just mentioned. I filmed the December members video earlier today, so that'll be going up soon. If you want a little bit of extra content each month, that varies. Sometimes it's making oriented, sometimes it's a chatter kind of video, sometimes it's life stuff and I take you places with me. Yeah, so check it out. Oh, the lights are doing something weird here. I'm going to move this a little further this way so that you can't see weird light stuff going on over there. Okay, so I think that is all of the general announcements that I like to remind you of. I do have some specific announcements. I have added some new things to the shop not in a big update kind of way, but I finished up a lot of pre-orders, dye to orders and special orders this past week, and so the extras from those are in the shop right now. In case you've been wanting a skein of gathering seashells, there's one skein there right now. One. It's just up there, so whoever gets it gets it. Also, I am down to one last holiday countdown collection. It's a fiber one. It's the BFL one. So if you would still like to get one of those, even though I know we are halfway into the Advent opening season, you can grab that now. I have some day 25 items up there as well. There were some extras of, so those are all up in the shop. When they're gone for good, because this is the last year I'm doing the holiday countdown stuff. So that's that. I am sending out some specials to my newsletter peeps this month. I just sent one out yesterday. It's not something I'm advertising anywhere else, so be on the newsletter list, and you will get those special offers as they occur. What else? I think that's all that's happening right now. Like I said, there's a little bit of extra stuff in the shop from orders. I'm already working on some projects. Oh, sorry, I need to cross my leg. I'm already working on some projects that will be hitting the shop in 2025. In January, we'll get started. So I'm very excited about those. And I will tell you more about that stuff closer to when it's actually in the shop, or once it is going in the shop. I feel like that makes the most sense. But just know I've got lots of fun things in mind for 2025. And I already told you what I'm wearing, so we can move on to the making. Honestly, I haven't made a lot because I haven't had a lot of time to do that. But I did finish the second pair, oops, I'll do it this way, the second pair of Matchy Christmas shorty socks that I am making. So this pair is for my daughter. You already saw the pair that pretty much looks identical to this, just a tiny bit shorter for my mom. I showed you those last time, so here we are. Here's another pair, and they are, they're done. So I'm now working on the third pair that will also look just like this when they are finished. However, they will also be a little shorter than this pair, however, a little longer than my mother's pair. We all have slightly different sized feet. So this yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply in the Fairy Lights colorway. That's the patterned yarn, and then the red for the toes and the heels is the cayenne pepper colorway. The colorway numbers I have in my Ravelry project pages and on my personal project pages in my project blog, which is called My Favorite Day. Those are all linked below in the show notes. So I am nearing the end of the first sock for me. I have to admit, once I finished Emma's and I already had my mom's done, I haven't been working on these nearly as aggressively because I know I'll get it done, but I really wanted to make sure I had theirs done. So sorry, I'm trying to get the needles to not poke me in the eyeball. So anyway, here we are. Oh, let's go the right direction. Cuff. And here we are on the foot. I would say I probably have about another 1.5 inches to go, and then I can start the toe. That would be my estimate. I haven't actually measured yet, but that's probably about it. So anyway, coming along, and then I just will have one more. Oh, last time I talked about, when I start mine, I might just start using the second skein because I have 2 skeins of this yarn, but I didn't. I started with what was left over from the first skein. I will definitely have enough to finish this first sock with this skein. I will probably start the second sock with the new skein, if for no other reason. Well, you know what? I might not need to. I might do the cuff for the new sock, the second sock, with the leftover yarn. If I think I have enough repeats, I will do that because I have to break the yarn at the end of the cuff to do the heel flap anyway. Or I probably don't have to, but I do because it works better for me. So then I can just start the rest of the foot with the new skein if I think I'm going to need to. I don't know. I think it would be a real stretch to be able to get this whole third pair out of this one ball. I could probably also do math and figure out if I'm going to have enough, but you know. And it's funny because it hasn't been living in this tiny little bag. This is a cute little bag. I've shown it before. It's from the Stitcher. Oh my gosh, Deb, what is your company name? Sensible, the Sensible Stitcher. Deb is one of our viewers and member of our group. So she did this cute little bag. Yeah, it's been actually this whole project, all of these sets have been living in this Adorn It bag, but Bill and I went out last night and I was going to have knitting time while we were waiting for a concert to start, so I put it in that little bag so I could just take that and pop it in my purse. So anyway, all right, what's next? Finished the socks, working on my sock. The only other thing I've really been working on is spinning, and I'm doing my Fiber Nymph Dye Works Holiday Countdown Collection, The Mystery of Color. And the last time I showed it to you, I was a little bit ahead of where the days actually were for December. I am actually caught up now. So I'm going to show you, if you are doing this and you are not caught up at least to day 12, you might want to look away. But this, my first bobbin is done. So I'm going to show it to you now. So this outer part is the last, I would say 3 to 4 days worth of colors in there. I did the first bobbin days 1 through 12. I'm splitting each day into 4 pieces, alternating like day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day, you know, I'm alternating it so they overlap a little bit. So this has everything except the 4th segment of day 12 that got incorporated into the beginning of the second bobbin. I probably could have fit the whole thing on this bobbin, but it would have been super full, and I didn't see a reason to, because when I go to ply it, I would not be able to ply it all on one bobbin anyway. So this one's done. I think I'm probably going to just spin the other 12 days, and once that second bobbin is finished, then I will do the plying. I'm going to chain ply, so this will be 1 skein. The second bobbin will be a 2nd skein, so I'll end up with 2 skeins that will go together in a fun kind of progressive / striping sequence. That was my plan, so I think I'm doing okay. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm having a lot of fun seeing the colors change and meld together. This was clearly the greens and yellows area of the countdown. So that's it. That's all I've really had time to work on. I did start a counted cross stitch project. Matter of fact, I think I had it on my show notes for the last episode, so I had started it that long ago, which I think was on the 6th. I think I started it like the day before, and I only did a little bit of it, so I'm not even going to show it to you, but I can put a picture in here of what the finished cross stitch will look like, and I'll put all the information of where I got the pattern and everything. It's a pattern that I got off or a chart. I don't know, is it called a pattern? I guess it's a pattern for cross stitch on Etsy. I kind of went down a rabbit hole, got a lot of cross stitch patterns recently, and then I did go to Joann's several weeks ago, and I bought the DMC that I need for 3 of the ones that I have. So fingers crossed that I really get working on this. I like doing it, but I'm still in my cross stitching on black Aida cloth phase, and I don't know, I must hate my eyes or something, because that is challenging. I started this one that I just showed you, and I'm starting on the moon, so it's this light color, so it's a nice contrast between the floss and the cloth, but it's still really hard to see where the little holes are for the squares in the cloth. And I was sitting in my office, I had my OT light on, and I'm like, this isn't even helping. And then it dawned on me that when I did that little Halloween one, that I had to wear my headlamp, my camping headlamp, to be able to see well enough. So I have gotten that out since then. I just haven't had a chance to work on it anymore. My plan is to work on that over the holidays while my mom's here. I can sit and do that because she usually brings some cross stitch with her to work on as well. So anyway, it's Christmas mug, but it's just water at this point in the day. So. Okay, so those are my projects. Oh, my Advent, Yarny Advent. I did show you this. So this is my Indie Dyer Swap Advent set that I got for participating in the Indie Dyer Advent Swap. And I showed you the first 6 colors that I had opened last time. These are now not in any particular order, but just to remind you what they were. This is what they were. So now I'm going to show you what days 7 through 14 are. Which I've mostly been keeping in the box here. So get the nice big white box, open it, uncross my legs so I can sit it here. All right, so day 6 is where I ended. Where's day 7? Oh, that's day 9. Sorry, these are totally out of order now. Oh, here's day 7. Day 7 came in a box. And this is PK yarn, which I had not heard of before. And it's this very pretty yellow. Look at that yellow. I think it's daffodil maybe. Yep, that's what it's called. Daffodil yellow. So that's fun. And then day 8 was Haynes House Yarns, or at Haynes House Yarns. And that's a really pretty, I think that's so springy looking. Like spring greens, what's it called? House greens one. So that's the next one. Okay, day 9 was Yarnaceous fibers. And that is that one. Pretty bright blue. Ooh, like that. There's something else in this bag. Oh, it's a sticker. Isn't that cute? All the little footprints. What was that? 7, 8, 9, 10. This one, 10 is Handmade Yarns. Oh, peonies and pumpkins, I'm assuming is the colorway, because check out that pink and orange. Wow, those pops are really awesome. So that's really fun. And I had not heard of them before either, Handmade Yarns. Okay. No, I just threw it across the floor. Hang on a second. Day 11 is McMullen Fiber Co. I have already opened these, so I'm going, ooh, like I haven't seen them before, but I opened them, but then I don't remember what they are. That's really pretty. Rosy burgundy kind of color there. Yum. Okay. Day 12 is Yarn Nouveau, which is also really pretty. Here, I'm going to take it out of the little twisty for the ball band. That's a really pretty deep chocolatey brown. Really nice. So many of these. I've never heard of these dyers, so that's really exciting to do this. So that was day 12. Day 13 I was very familiar with because that was my day. And this was the color I got. The ones I sent were these 2 variegateds that I did for my Suicide Prevention Month colorway. So this was Arise. And then, so I think half of the ones I sent were Arise and the other half was the purple ones, This Day We Fight. So, yay. It's so funny because anytime I've opened one that's been a brighter, like, or a yellow, Like, oh good, somebody else sent some bright colors. And then lastly, we've got today, which is Marionated Yarns. Marion is actually the one who coordinated this whole thing. And this is hers. Really pretty little color there. And that is called Practicality. I don't know. It says Venti and then dash Practicality. So I'm not sure if Practicality is her base or if Venti is the base. Which one's the base, which is the color? I am not sure. Either way, it's very pretty. So that's where I'm at with all of that. 10 more days to go. And these were what I mentioned these the last time, but I didn't get to show you. There were a couple little extras in the box. This is an acrylic little inches or wraps per inch tool, or well, I guess you could use it as a wraps per inch tool, but it's a 2-inch measuring ruler. That's the word. I was gonna say measuring device. There's a word for that, Lisa. It's called ruler. So anyway, there's that and a cute little V and a heart stitch marker there. So that's very cool. That is from Tracy Ferguson of Happy Creative Studios. And then the other little goodie here is another stitch marker, and it says mark and count. So I'm gonna guess that they do specific markers to help you mark and count. That would be my deduction. I don't know that for sure, but I'm gonna guess that that's what they do. Okay, so that is what I've had in this box so far. And I wish I could show you all of those colors all together now, but I don't know that I can. But here, let me see if I can hold up the ones I at least opened today. Because I like a challenge. There we go. So those were the 7 through 14. And it's really funny because the first 6 days outside of that really, really bright pink one, they all kind of went together, and there's a lot more variety here. So I'm looking forward to, once I'm all done opening all 24 days, I want to kind of put them in their own order, like my own order for them, because I still am thinking about doing a Granny Stripes cardigan with them. So we will see. All right. That was that. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk to you about some books I got recently. So the first one that I got, and I'm super excited about, it was actually kind of hard to find because, well, it wasn't hard to find, but it was hard to get it quickly. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's out there. The Gnomes of Grimblewood by Sarah Shearer. As you know, I've talked about gnomes. I have not yet knit any of her gnomes. I plan to, because I want to give them as gifts to some friends of mine when I see them in January to do our Christmas. But I'm just so fascinated, and I love seeing people's gnomes. Like, just the variety and everything. And they are so darn cute. They just have such personality. So I finally broke down and bought this book. Now, I do have some of her gnome patterns on Ravelry, which you'd figure I could have probably started there, but why use what you already have when you can buy something new? I know, that was very sarcastic. That was meant to be sarcasm, just so you know. But she's got a lot of assembly information in here too. And I realized that she has a YouTube channel where she also talks about, I haven't watched any of the videos. They just keep coming up on my feed because I subscribed to her channel. It looks like she walks you through steps of different gnomes. And I think she does do like gnome make-alongs throughout the year. She is doing the Year of Gnomes in 2025. That is going to be very exciting. So can't wait to see all that. Oh, look at this cute picture with all these gnomes. Aren't they adorable? Just so stinking cute. Alrighty, so that is one new book that I got. And then I got this book as well. In my members video today, which some of you may have seen by the time I'm talking about this, I did talk about a couple of books that I have that I purchased last year that I really haven't used to make much, more just for enjoying the pictures and the inspiration of them. This is another book like that. I did not buy this because I think I'm going to make a bazillion things out of it this year. I bought it because I really want the inspiration from the things in here. I did not include it in my members video though, because I literally just got it and haven't really had a chance to look through it much. The book is called Winter Celebrations, A Modern Guide to Handmade Christmas by Aruna Kunura. I think that's the name. If I butchered it, I do apologize. This is yet another book that I did become introduced to through Sarah of the Fiber Trek podcast. She is great for enabling with books, gotta tell you. This is made by, I'm trying to see who published it, Quadro Books. The other two that I talked about today were from Cozy Publishing, which is like a Nordic publishing thing. Hardy Grant Quadrille, that's what it says. A lot of the things, I did flip through it super quickly, and a lot of the projects in here are so, like, they're simple. Their aesthetic is very clean, very simple, but just so much fun. And I'm just noticing now that the back of the book has this embossed snowflake and star, and a star up here. I hadn't noticed that before. Isn't that neat? Oh my gosh, I love those kind of details, those textural details. Yeah, she's got a section on how to use this book. It's mostly about making decorations and gifts. She has a stitch library in here, so, you know, that's pretty basic that you probably see a lot of times. I mean, I have it too, but obviously it's the stitches that you're going to use to make the projects in here. I thought these were so cute and so simple, like so simple, just paper and cuts. And I'm so tempted to make these like for our Christmas dinner or maybe our solstice dinner. I didn't think we were going to get to do our solstice dinner this year, and we're not going to get to do it on the actual winter solstice because my mom and her husband aren't arriving until the day after. And then my kids can't be up here until the day after that. So like Monday, but we're gonna do it that day. So I might make fancy little napkin holders, you never know. And then there were embroidered ornaments. And last time when I showed you the tree skirt that I made for Emma and I had the leftovers, a couple people had mentioned, you know, you could make Christmas tree ornaments out of them. And I have thought of that. So I may implement that at some point, maybe not this year though. And then there's little paper ornaments. They look fun. There's a lot of really fun things in here. And I buy these kind of books, not only because I think they're cool and like the projects are cool, but I love the inspiration and the aesthetics of the pictures in these kind of books. Like that's a really pretty tablecloth. And again, just really simple stitching. The aesthetics just give me such a warm, cozy vibe. And sometimes that's enough. Like it doesn't have to be more than that. Honestly, it does not. So I'm not going to go through this whole thing while we're sitting here. Here's cut paper stars. One of the other books that I showed on the members video also had cut paper stars in it. These are slightly different though. Those I would really like to play with. I think they'll be super cool. Anyway, okay, so book. If you are looking for like a gifty book, not necessarily for this Christmas to make things, but these are really things you could make pretty much all year round. So there's my book recommendations for you. I think that's it as far as new books and projects. What's coming up? I've basically put the brakes on starting any new projects right now. With the holidays fast approaching, I need to get a grip. I need to get a handle on house stuff. Like I'm looking at my floor. so gross. I need to really clean. Next weekend will be our big cleaning weekend because, like I said, my mom arrives a week from tomorrow. So we always do a really thorough cleaning in the couple of days leading up to their arrival. And I still need to sit down and pull out everything that I've purchased so far and see who I still need gifts for, where I need to fill in, and I still need to make our menu and make sure that I have, you know, not like I do really fancy sit down stuff or anything, but I try to at least have a vague idea of meals that I'm going to make when they're here so that I have things on hand, can be prepared. We always end up with way more food than we're actually going to eat because then we end up with leftovers, and so I'll have planned meals for every night and then half of them I don't make because we're eating leftovers. It's so silly, but for some reason holidays in my family mean food, and I know that's the same for a lot of you guys too. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, the make along, we need to talk about that again. The 2024 project pool make along is swiftly coming to a close. You've got a few more weeks to finish up whatever you're working on for that and post that in the Ravelry thread. That thread will be open, and the finished object thread will be open, you know, into January until I'm able to record. So as long as you get your projects finished by the end of December, if you don't get the pictures posted in the thread till, you know, the first few days in January, probably, that's fine, you know, as long as they're there by the time I record at the beginning of January, you'll be good. I don't know exactly when that will be, but it'll be probably sometime that first week of January. I did, as I said, record the informational video about our 2025 make-along, which will be starting in January. And I did decide to just call it the Choose Your Own Adventure make-along. That just seemed to be an appropriate title. Why mess with perfection? So I recorded that. You can be looking for that on the channel. If it's already up when I'm publishing this one, I will put the little linky doodle up in the corner, whichever, I never know which side it's going to end up on. But you can watch that. It's a real short video. Again, I'm trying to keep the make along very loose, very accessible. There's guidelines just to give us some structure, but other than that, there's a lot that's really, really open to you. The biggest difference is I have added back in a Fiber Nymph Dye Works yarn and fiber component, so that gives you a chance to use your stash, and there will be a special finished objects thread for that only. Other finished objects that are non-Fiber Nymph Dye Works related can just go in the other thread, which we're going to just have one big thread next year. It's going to be chatter and finished objects all in one thread, keeping it simple. And there will always be the option you can post on Instagram. But for all of those details, check out that other video or check out the written out description of the make along, which you'll find in the Ravelry group, or you will find on my blog on the Fiber Nymph Dye Works website. All of that is linked below as well. Other than that, just got some life stuff. It's been a big concert week for us, for Bill and I. Wednesday, we went to see Kansas. Bill was a big Kansas fan, at least the first couple of their albums, I guess. Maybe later on he wasn't as into them, but he really liked them. And this was their 50th anniversary tour, and it was the final show of their 50th anniversary tour. And it was very good. I mean, I grew up listening to rock stations that played Kansas, but like they weren't like my, yeah, gotta listen to Kansas. But I was surprised I knew a lot more of their music than I anticipated knowing, other than like Dust in the Wind and, you know, like the ones that everybody knows. So yeah, it was a really good show. I enjoyed it a lot. And thankfully the weather that was supposedly maybe going to come and be horrible for driving home from Pittsburgh didn't happen. And so that was good because I'm the one who does the driving at night. So that was excellent. And then last night we had one of our folk music concerts, also in Pittsburgh. So 2 trips to Pittsburgh in 1 week. That's fancy for us. And that was Susan Werner, and she was amazing. I'd seen her once before. I didn't remember her music being quite as funny. Like, she's definitely got an edge. It's like a sardonic kind of element to some of her music, but it was good. It was a very good concert. She's an excellent musician. Love her voice. Wow. Anyway, so that was our music experience this week. And right now, I'm just getting ready for Christmas. That's it. Need to meal plan. Need to inventory gifts. I'm going to finish shopping Tuesday. Tuesday is my dedicated finish the shopping day. In fact, it's also a day that's going to start with my annual mammogram. Woohoo! Don't forget to get the girls checked out once a year. It's very important. So I will have that at the beginning, and so then the rest of the day is just, you know, downhill from there because, well, I guess uphill. Like if you're starting like getting things smashed, like it only gets better. So yeah, I'm gonna go from there, and then I'm gonna go and do all my shopping. I think I'm gonna meet my son for dinner that evening. And so then I should be done with that, and I can get wrapping. I can start to wrap stuff because I have not started wrapping yet. And really, I'm just planning on chilling the rest of the month as much as I can. I have a little bit of work I need to do, but I'm really wrapping up, winding down for this year, and I'm very happy about that. It's been a year, but it's okay. You know, it's been a good year. It's been a busy year, but I'm ready for a little relaxation now at the end, and I'm very much looking, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Very much looking forward to just spending some downtime with my mom while she's here. And Roy, I always say my mom, like her husband comes too, but like, you know, I connect with my mom more than with him. Although both Emma and Chris said that they bought new games for us to all play, and my mom said she's bringing a new game. So apparently we're going to be playing a lot of games over the holidays too. I'll have to let you know how those go and what they are, because I don't even know what they are. I'm planning to record one more episode before the end of the year. It'll probably be right at the end of the year, you know, between the time my mom goes home and before New Year's Eve. So look for it then. Just, you know, we can say goodbye to 2024 together. Oh my gosh, like the sun, I don't know whether to be up here or over here. Here, I'll be over here. This is my sign that it's time to wrap up this video. Yeah, I'll see you one more time before the end of the year. We'll chat. We'll think about old time. No, I don't know. I don't know what we'll talk about, but I'll see you one more time. So anyway, between now and then, if you're celebrating Christmas in the interim, please have a wonderful holiday, or whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a great time with family or friends or yourself or your fur babies or whoever or nobody. Like if you get to spend the holidays alone and do your own thing and have solitude, that can be awesome too. Whatever it is and however you celebrate the rest of this month or spend it, I hope it's great, and I hope it's exactly what you want and exactly what you need. And I will talk to you again soon. Love you guys.